What is good, Cardano fam, ADA gang? We have lots of exciting updates to unpack today. Big wins for alt season, big wins for altcoins, big losses for the SEC, and Chang Hard Fork and more. So hit that subscribe, hit that like. BinanceUS, Bitget, HTX, Poloniex, and P2B are now ready today for Chang Hard Fork, boosting centralized exchange liquidity readiness from 69% to 92%. Namely, HTX with nearly 7%. Bunch of these exchanges were already this morning, and I'm sure many others will follow suit with that September 1st, less than a week away. Fluid also is officially Chang ready. Our services will not be disrupted. Please lend, rent, or boost away. That's great to hear. Breaking news also, Ledger hardware wallets are now Conway Chang Hard Fork ready. Check Ledger Live about Cardano-App 7.1.3 should be available right now or in a few hours. So that's great. People were expecting that. Cardano Yoda says CoinDesk wrote a positive article about the Chang Hard Fork that brings on-chain governance to Cardano. After Cointelegraph, it's the second major magazine to inform the crypto scene about this success. So it's nice to hear from some MSM articles, like good stuff about Cardano. So why not? Definitely will take that win. Congrats to the Claymates, a huge success. And I always see this on my feed, but this is of course related to what we saw with Liftoff, with them launching their Clay Snake token. So Cardano's #1 IP launching a meme token on Saturn Swap's new product Liftoff, and it looks like it's been a success. So let me know, guys, if you've been participating in any of these pumped up fun alternatives. I'm still eagerly anticipating Snek.fun. I think it's going to be the biggest success, but also Rocket by JPEG Store. I'm really excited for that one. So before we jump into the SEC stuff, I love this post by Sebastian about Dedium. As you guys know, I love Dedium, love the product market fit. Dedi is one of the projects I'm most bullish of, and here's why. He says, DePIN narrative is very strong. GPU power will always be in demand, especially now with AI taking over. Partnership with Huawei. First customer for Leonardo AI, who got bought by Canva. Lots more to come. Leonardo AI is a great platform, and Canva is undeniable with the amount of users they have. So for sure, I think Dedium has a really nice product market fit. So what about the SEC? So the chief legal officer from Ripple and the chief legal officer from Kraken have been commenting about this. And here's a recap. Cardano fam, a big win for Kraken and ADA. The federal court for the Northern District of California ruled as matter of law, quote unquote, none of the tokens trading on Kraken, including Cardano, are securities. As we know, Kraken was under the bus by the SEC. Cardano is one of the many projects that is being traded on Kraken. And this aligns also with the CFTC that weeks ago said that most of the cryptocurrencies are not securities and they're ready to take the responsibility in their hands after the joke that the SEC has been doing. So let's first start with the Ripple CLO. Another court, this time in the Kraken case, confirms there's no such thing as a quote-unquote crypto asset security. Bad news for the SEC, whose entire regulation by enforcement strategy hinges on that failed premise. And a great thread by the Kraken chief legal officer. Today, the federal court for the Northern District of California ruled as matter of law that none of the tokens trading on Kraken are securities. This is a significant win for Kraken, for the principle of clarity, and for crypto users everywhere. I love that. It also confirms Kraken's long-standing position that it does not list securities. And as we know, Cardano, and you can see that directly there, that's a big exchange, a lot of volume, a lot of trading there. So it's important, and that's great. It's a win for Kraken. It's a win for the industry. It's a win for Cardano. Furthermore, the court found the SEC's self-serving invention of the crypto asset security concept to be quote-unquote unclear at best and confusing at worst. The court called out the SEC's straw man tactics too, wondering aloud and on the record why the SEC consistently mischaracterizes Kraken's position as requiring a written contract for there to be a security. Yet, the court still permitted the case to proceed to discovery. How? Read on. Fundamentally, the court in Kraken's case made the same distinction as in the Ripple case. A token isn't a security, but agreements around a token could be. The SEC unqualifiedly lost on this tokens are securities theory and will not be permitted to rely on it going forward. So they can't even rely on this statement anymore. They can't even use that statement. Instead, it will need to prove for every alleged transaction on Kraken that the Howey test factors are satisfied. So more or less, like, it's GG no re for the SEC. And the CLO reaffirmed that they aren't, right? And we look forward to proving this in discovery. Kraken will fight and Kraken will win. I love the confidence. I love the communication. There's no further update yet, but what a fantastic win for the industry, and especially for Cardano fam. More importantly, applying the standard across the industry under the SEC's regulation by enforcement approach will require extensive, expensive, and time-consuming discovery for each of the millions or billions of transactions in a given asset. It's litigation without end. Today's ruling confirms what we've been saying all along. The SEC cannot credibly regulate crypto by enforcement. To deliver clarity to the industry, to protect consumers, and foster the growth of blockchain technology, Congress must pass a comprehensive market structure framework. We applaud all of those in our government working tirelessly to make this a reality, and we thank the court for its consideration of this case. Guys, and this is why I don't slam Ripple, because Stewart, right? Stewart, the chief legal officer of Ripple, has been doing great work. Ripple's been doing great work for the industry, and that benefits Cardano. The work that Kraken has been doing benefits Cardano. We can all win. We can make money and have integrity. It doesn't have to be a, like, this or that. It doesn't. You know, I root for both of these teams. I'm rooting for the XRP team with Ripple. I'm rooting for Cardano, and we can root for many other projects. The Cardano protocol has never gone down, required a restart, or been hacked. Sometimes it's that simple, right? The DDoS resilience, zero outages. And I'm giving this preface because it's been dominating the homepage with ton this, ton that, right? So if you guys were sleeping under a rock, we know that the Telegram founder, he was arrested, detained in France, and we see that reflect in the price. But it didn't just stop there. It was also an outage. We had over 4 hours, quite a few hours of downtime. And of course, the guy who was calling out Solana's issues and pain points and what have you, a lot of the smoke and mirrors there, DB Crypto, he commented here about Ton Chain. 4 hours with no blocks created by Ton. Hopefully you all remember the names of those that shilled Ton recently. So there was an official statement, and there's tons of people fudding left and right. And guys, like, the negativity is just crazy. It's just like, can we just stop yapping and build on our network? I don't even see people who brought this to attention. And it just boggles my mind, and it's so sickening and tiring how much we go and attack other networks. That's not how we grow our network. How we grow our network is by growing our network, not always pointing the finger. And sometimes, sure, but honestly, man, like, I'm muting a lot of the negativity because it's just too much. It's too much. So Ton says that Ton blockchain currently experiencing a disruption in block production. It's up and running now, but this was midnight last night. The issue is occurring due to the abnormal load currently on Ton. Several validators are unable to clean the database of old transactions, which has led to losing the consensus. Ton Core has issued a call to validators to restart at 4 a.m. UTC. If enough validators will restart, consensus will be reestablished. So people were criticizing the late communication, and also, I mean, we can see it, August 28th, edited midnight. This is when, right? Like hours before. But it is what it is. Like, they're back producing blocks normally. I don't even have any Ton. Okay, so I can't even, like, it's not like I'm defending my bag or something. I don't even have any Ton. All I'm saying is that we don't have to get so caught up in other people's narratives. And sometimes by being extremely negative, we can hurt our ecosystem too. Let's keep an eye out for those nice, amazing stuff like the wins by Kraken and how that benefits us, right? Instead of all this Ton stuff. And at the end of the day, it does help our symbiotic relationship of being resilient, DDoS resilient, no outages, no hacks, you name it, safe and secure. So that's why I made this tweet today of more building, yet less yapping. Sometimes we're just focused on, like, yap, but we need to be fixated on the goals ahead. And just like Usain Bolt, right, bolting down, he's focused on the prize. He's not looking to his left or to his right or behind him. So that's my recommendation is let's always try to lean more on the building and less on the yap about what others are doing on their chain. Because We have a lot of growth to do here rather than constantly fixated on the negative. And I didn't see anyone in the Cardano community comment on this, which is almost a week old. Bizarre, right? So where are we headed from here, guys? Again, I think that these narratives that are happening, y'all are seeing it in real time. There's a lot of fear going into the cold season. So I think Q1, Q2 is going to be a key time. I think we will surpass our previous all-time high. Charles is still quiet, so people are like, why is Charles quiet? Why is Charles quiet? I think he last tweeted and last replied on August 24th. So, of course, there's so much drama going on, and then the drama with Tons. So, take a moment, guys, where as we approach alt season, FUD is going to go even higher. Fear is going to go even higher. So, if you need to, I saw one guy message me in the DM saying he's getting FUDded. It's hard. He's invested over 6 figures. Do what you got to do. And sometimes you need to step away from the price because it can consume you, the stress, especially on Twitter and elsewhere. So there's nothing wrong with taking a break, step away, and tend to your health. Health is wealth, right? What's the point in gains if you're not even alive to use it? So guys, let's stay positive. Let's keep aware of exciting news like the Chang Hard Fork readiness, the SEC losses that benefit alt season and benefit us. And I think that when it comes to a security, yes, Cardano is perfectly equipped post Chang Hard Fork to be the most decentralized and the most non-security cryptocurrency there is. And the wins by Ripple and the wins by Kraken cascade down to benefit our ecosystem as well. I think, though, it's important for us to just be aware and have a good attitude because partner chains, right? We have to have attitude. A lot of those things we can't track on chain are key. Goodwill, communication, you name it. So hit that subscribe, hit that like. Let me know what you guys are most excited for Cardano, and I'll see you in the next Angry Crypto Show.